Alright guys, get a lot of questions on this release. This is a 2 simple. This is a 3 finger. As far as adjusting and things like that, so when I pull this thing back, that's not super comfortable for me. So I like to be here, almost like a hook grip from weightlifting, where my thumb contacts my index right there. And then I can relax my hand and pull, and get the break. All right, you can adjust the barrel and it swivels by cracking this right here. So it comes with Allens that are specific and a piece of hair from your wife. So if I wanted to move this barrel, you can crack that and move it. But I don't want to move it. I like where it was. All right. The next thing I want to do is you can adjust the travel with this guy right here. And there's a little hack. I'll show you about that. This bolt right here. But when you are adjusting, have it facing you this way. So adjust it with the barrel looking straight at you. If you're left-handed, you could take this barrel off and you could put it on the other side. First things first is the tension. I'm gonna make my release a little less stiff, if you will. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna crack the set screw right here. And all the set screw does is allow you to adjust the spring tension. So I'm just gonna crack it a little bit. Now it's loose. And then I'm gonna go ahead and look at this one right here. And facing you guys, I'm gonna go clockwise. And I'm gonna go from basically a 5 to a 6. That would make it stiffer. I'm gonna actually go back to 5. And I'm gonna kind of go to maybe a 4 or 3. Then I'm gonna tighten my set screw back down. It's not much, that's it. Okay. Now, let's work on the travel. Ideally, you don't have a lot of travel here, so you're not getting punchy, that it's activated by motion, by pulling. But I'm gonna loosen up that travel a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and tighten it, going clockwise until it releases. You see it kind of released at 7. So I'm gonna back it from 7 down to about 6, maybe just a little bit between 5 and 6. That's gonna set that travel to where I like it. So we're gonna go here and check. And so now it's gonna be a little more of a hair trigger. Generally, in the beginning of the year, I set this to a pretty heavy trigger, if you will. I make the spring tight, I make the travel tight, and I shoot, and I really have to pull on that back wall to get a break. And as now I'm getting closer to actual bear season, I'm adjusting this so it's set up to be a little more hair trigger. And we're gonna test that out today. I'm also gonna be testing 4 fletch versus 3 fletch. Right now, the best flight coming out of my bow is 3 arrow helical to the left. But I went ahead and set up a 4 fletch with a 3-degree offset, 90-90, and we're gonna test that long range at broadhead flight as well. And that might help steer broadhead and make sure it doesn't plane, but we're gonna test them out today. And we're also gonna test this new adjustment we did on the release. So we made the adjustment on the 2 simple. We kind of lightened up the spring and we moved the travel just a little bit because we're getting closer to season now. We're gonna test, make sure it's not too much of a hair trigger. We're also testing ABT. Always be tinkering. You're never gonna see me be like, oh, I'm at the finish line, everything's perfect. I'm still gonna keep messing with stuff. So Grim Reaper broadhead, Micro Hades 3-blade, 4 fletch. This is with a 3-degree offset to the right. And I had a Kyle Douglas on the podcast. Guys, if you've never heard our podcast, I think it's pretty legit. It's very blue collar. Kyle Douglas comes on. He won Vegas this year, as in $54,000 richer. Beat everybody in the World Championships in Las Vegas. And he suggested that he likes the 4 fletch on to steer broadheads, fixed broadheads. And so I have really good luck with the 3 vein, max stealth, helical to the left via clocking, built like 8 arrows with 4 vein. And I'm gonna test them right now. So this is gonna be off the deck into a broadhead target, 46 yards. We're testing this, the adjustments we made here, and we're gonna see if one flies better than the other. Okay, so that went to the right considerably. This is our helical to the left. So now I'm going to aim for the bullseye with the left helical, and I'm going to aim for the bottom bullseye with the 4 fletch. So dead center of the target is what I'm aiming for right now. We're just maybe an inch from the center of the bullseye. Okay, so this next shot, I'm gonna aim for the bottom of the broadhead target. There's a circle there, and this will be the last 4 fletch I'm gonna test. And if this goes to the right, I'm gonna be a little frustrated.
How's the release feeling?
You know, honestly, with the release, it doesn't feel like I took much off. I'm still having to pull quite a bit. Like a good break. Let's see what the 4 fletch did. Not that bad. We're gonna shoot into 365 target. That target's on its way out. We're replacing all our targets to Morel. This is gonna be the ElkShape Morel target zone. So I don't mind putting a couple broadheads in there, and it's a big target, so you can make sure we don't miss. But let's see a little bit longer. Let's shoot like probably 70 or 80 and see what we got. So let's go do that. We're shooting 70, 73. A little bit of shade. Four fletch.
Money.
Getting shaky. All right, let's go see what we did. That first shot, man, I don't know why it just shot so, but I do think you gotta basically test every stinking arrow that you plan on hunting with, for sure, with practice broadhead. So that could be the arrow, it could be me, but we definitely want to find out. I went all in with Morel. I bought all Morel targets. I want to support them, and I want to make a Morel ElkShape archery range. So this will go back to my dad. But here's your first 2 shots. We're yellow. I'm gonna hope this was just me. A lot of times you can go 120 twist on the knock and shoot that again and just see if that helped. Second shot was money. Again, that was 73-yard shot. Third shot, this was the 4 fletch. Just a little hot, but still from that far away for me, that's close to where we want. And then a little to the left, that's probably me. A little torquage, but still right in the same height. And it looks like my sight tape's just a little hot right now. Very pleased with the broadhead flight. Again, bear season's not quite open yet, and here I am fine-tuning broadheads. You should be doing this too. Even if you only hunt in the fall, get something to hunt in the spring. Turkey, bear, marmots, whatever's legal. Go out there and get some broadheads on. We'll come back to fill points in the summer when we go do some mountain 3D shoots, but to me, I think broadheads this time of year is super important. You should be testing and tinkering and figuring out what's gonna work best for you. Right now, I'm not sold either way, but my gut tells me I'm gonna stick with helical to the left because that's what I have been shooting the last week, and I've got a lot of confidence in that setup. So thanks for watching.